Hi, it's Bella DeVeraOfficial.wordpress.com, and I just wanted to make another foundation video. I just wanted to quick mention something about whenever people have Pluto issues to deal with in their life, and they get used to bad mouthing themselves, and that's just the way they like like live, and then they're around people. I I wanted to say, don't forget to just live and have fun and just be a person, we all have issues in our lives, so it doesn't matter what you label them. If you can, if there's information on the internet, about some things I talk about in my foundation, like personality disorders or anxiety or depression or schizophrenia, or I'm not saying everyone that I know has such things, because I don't know who all does or doesn't, but I can see symptoms of this or that or whatever, and maybe people's chakras are out of balance some, or whatever. I mean, no one's perfect, when we all have Pluto issues, so like don't be afraid to be around everyone and just be a person and just live and have fun, or experience life. Don't get so wrapped up in all the negative whatever, things you know about yourself, that you forget to live and just have fun and be around people. Because like give other people more credit, that they're not they don't need you to tell them who you are. I mean, as if anyone thinks anyone's perfect. So what? I'm pretty sure most adults on this planet, at least, and this is adult conversations for my foundation, it's not for children. So I'm pretty sure most adults on this planet, whether they know what Pluto is, but if you do, or if you don't and you just know what issues people can have, like, you know, we all basically know we all have issues to deal with, because of being hurt and whatever, and fear and all that stuff, that's Pluto. And it, goes really deep, that subject does, but whether you know it's Pluto or not, we all know we have issues, so what? Give yourself and other people more credit, that we all know that about each other, so what? I mean, just live, just enjoy being around people, and enjoy people, not uh put up such a big wall between you and everyone that you can't be around people, because no one's perfect. I swear everyone's chakras have to be out of balance. Who has perfect chakras, or perfect energy, or who doesn't have issues? Obviously we all do. We all have Pluto issues, whether they're bigger or littler than others. I don't know. I don't give a crap. Is so what? Just like give yourself more credit that you're a person, and that's okay. So what if we all have issues, Pluto issues to deal with? Life isn't about always just talking about that crap. It's about living and loving people and being around people and having fun. And so what if you have issues? Who gives crap? I mean, I don't. And that's what my foundation is for. And it's for it's so many things, and part of it's not all about serious things. Some of it's about Lilith and being sexy and having fun with that, and owning yourself and being confident. And it's not all about I don't want people to think it's all about serious stuff because it's not. Because I love, what's in my astrology birth chart about Lilith and Aries and whatever, and you know, that topic I just mentioned. So, like, I can't even like figure out how much to get across to my point of view on this subject. Like, who gives a crap if you have Pluto issues to deal with? Basically, any issues that we all have, like whatever I've mentioned so far, it's all Pluto. Like, so what? Like, don't like label people like trusting and naive and like what adult really like trusts someone like so much as they're that naive, like an adult, like not a child. Children are naive, adults aren't. Like, there's a certain part of your early adulthood that you're still getting out of that whatever mentality, and you're getting welcome to the real world. And then, I mean, 30 and older at least, or even 20 something, you're not so much naive anymore like you used to be when you were 18 or 15, or, like, especially me, like 33, like, I'm not naive. I'm not stupid. I'm like, I I have so much Pluto crap in my life. Like, I don't know if I trust people, but I love people. Like, I'm not gonna like go around like giving everyone my trust, like some big issue, making an issue out of it. Just a second, sorry. I have allergies, excuse me, but I've never like had a life where like I've like trusted people, but I love people. And now that I'm an adult and can like talk about what I talk about in my foundation part of it, Pluto issues, like I can get to the root of something and like see, especially with psychic abilities in my birth chart or Pisces, like my moon is in Pisces and Venus and Mars, but I have like other indications other than those three planets in Pisces, but I can get to the root of something and see, what's going on with you, where like it's not about trust with me. Like, I don't need to. I have my own issues. You have your own issues. I love people. My foundation is for everyone. Like, being around a person with issues doesn't make you naive. Like, it just doesn't. Like, it's not a thing. It you don't need to establish that you have Pluto issues with every person you meet, or like the same person over and over again. Like, we know we have that. Who cares? I don't give a crap. Me being around you because you have Pluto issues doesn't make me naive. You being around me because I have Pluto issues doesn't make you naive. It just doesn't. It's not a thing. Like, especially me being 33, I'm not naive. Like, seriously, like, trust yourself more than that, like, you can be around me, like, like, without calling me naive. And I'm not saying any certain person on this planet does, because I don't truly, I'm not a mind reader. Like, I don't know what is, every thought that someone has really, but like, I just think people are so afraid of themselves that they project stuff on other people. Like, they don't even like hardly think before they talk about such things that I'm trying to talk about. Like, that people say, like, you know, calling yourself fake because you have Pluto issues. That's not fake. Whenever you put on your good face for the public and it's not Pluto issues that people see, that's not fake. um, but I I truly don't think there's anything that's fake. Like, I think if you want to say a painting is fake, whatever, yeah, that can be fake. Or, like not, not the real original thing of something, whatever, you know what I mean. Like things like that, like paintings or whatever, an original work of someone's, like, whatever, like that's not what we're talking about here. Whenever people say the word fake about people, like, I don't think it's legitimate. Like I truly don't. There's no such thing as being fake. Like unless you say someone's two-faced because there's mutable signs, which Pisces is. It's changeable. One day I'm this way, or one moment, the next moment I might be different. So I'm changeable. Like, and especially with synastry, like whenever I'm a certain way with this one person, because that person has a birth chart and I do, it aspects each other's, planets and the zodiac signs and the whatever else and houses and whatever, asteroids and such things. My synastry, which is two people's birth charts aspecting each other, which is how people are around each other, like squares, tension, kindness, harmony, difficult, easy aspects. Whenever I have a synastry with this person, they have their own birth chart. So this next person has a different birth chart. So my birth chart's gonna aspect their birth chart differently. So you could say, like, I look fake in that way, maybe, like, even though I don't think it's legitimate. But, like, other than that, there's no such thing as being fake. Like, unless it's, like, I mean, just Gemini, like, they really put on this syrupy voice sometimes, like, with one person that they don't know, and then since they're a mutable sign to begin with, then they might be different with this person. So I can see how you could say that's fake or something, and I've said that before. But like it's just mutable. They're changeable. They're different. Like it's not fake. Unless you think some another way could be if someone's uncomfortable in their own skin or something, whatever. That's still not fake. But what people call fake is their hurt self, Pluto issues, that they're afraid of about themselves, that they're not used to dealing with properly, that they don't know how to deal with properly. People feel lost sometimes and they don't know how to deal with Pluto issues sometimes, which is why we all have people in our lives, different experiences to bring up stuff to deal with it. Like whenever I have Pluto issues and I don't want you to see them because of fear, like that's not fake. And then whenever I put on a good face in public, like that's not fake. Without Pluto issues, you're not fake. Like if you don't have Pluto issues, like that face in public, the good, like happy, confident, like interacting with people in a professional way, like that's not fake. A person is not fake. It's just not a thing. So, and I already made a video about that subject, but I just wanted to bring it up again. But like the subject is don't forget to live. Like love yourself. Like who cares if you have Pluto issues? We all do. It doesn't matter. And like I was saying, like I don't know who all thinks they trust, whoever. Like most adults have gone through some Pluto-ish thing in their life where like they've been hurt and not sure about the word trust, maybe somewhat, or an extreme way. Like we're all different. Like in that kind of way. Like we all have different lives, but we all have a perfect life and perfect relationships. So the word trust to me is not the issue. I don't know if I would ever really use the word trust in my own personal life, and by now I don't really give a crap because I'm living, just fine without certain words like that. I don't know what to do about all that for my own life, and it's not about any certain person on this planet necessarily. It's just about life in general. Growing up with a Scorpio South node, which is not anymore for me because it's my Taurus North node now because I'm over 30, but it doesn't really matter the level of trust you have for people. Like, if you can get to the root of what's really truly going on in a person's life and understand them, that goes a long way with having relationships with people. I don't know if the word trust needs to be in that, but if you can understand someone, that's a big help in relating to people. I don't care about the word trust so much as understanding people. Like I said, you need to get to the root of what's going on with someone, this or that, or the other thing, or something else, or whatever. Like, many issues can be in someone's life, and it's so complex, and if you're not like actively trying to get to the root of yourself because you don't know how or are afraid or whatever, like, it's so like, things get all jumbled up together, and it's hard to like figure out what is what sometimes. So unless you're skilled in that or a professional that can do that, or uh, some sort of like professional, like an astrologer, or kind of, like, or for my foundation, or with psychic abilities, if you can get to the root of stuff, like, that helps. But like, if you can't, it's really, I can see how it can be difficult to, like, talk about all this and whatever. But like, the main thing is to understand the root of someone's issues and what's going on with them, and not judge them. Like, I'm not saying that like I want to be around every person on this planet because I don't. I'm a person. Even though my foundation's for everyone, like, I'm a normal human being. I'm attracted to people like naturally, like with astrology, birth charts, and I'm not talking about romantic necessarily. I'm talking about life happening that way and whatever, that makes you end up being around people, anyone. Because, like I said, there's so many things about a person, but the one thing I talk about a lot is astrology. So my birth chart aspecting one person's birth chart can be more difficult than other ones, or even if my birth chart is difficult somewhat with someone, but we have enough Saturn or other fun aspects or good aspects, or, getting along aspects enough, that we can be around each other. It's, different than if you're around someone that you just can't stand or something. And with my foundation, I don't want to like be like a bully, like, but you can give me crap and I'll give it back to you. Like, we're equal, like that. Like, my foundation is for everyone on this planet, no matter who you are. So like, but it's for being real. Like, if you say you can't stand someone, I don't give a crap, Like, I'm not gonna like attack you for saying that. Like, I'm not gonna say you're being a bully because you're being real, like being honest. Like, that's what my foundation is for too, like being honest. Like, I don't give a crap who likes who. Like, feel free to tell me if you want. Like, I don't care. But like I was saying, like, don't be afraid to be a person and live and uh, figure out who you are enough, and embrace your imperfections enough that you can like stand yourself, and you know trust yourself enough to be around everyone because you're supposed to be around people. Like, it's normal. It's not even that, it's just normal. Like, you're supposed to. It's it's not healthy not to be. And being so stuck in one mode of thinking about the word fake and whatever else like that, like it takes away from just enjoying life, like if you call someone fake, you have to call everyone on this planet fake. So it takes away your point of calling any certain person fake. Like you can't call one person fake and then not the next. That's not legitimate because we all have Pluto issues. We all know how to be proper in public. Like if people are not fake, so like I was saying, don't forget to live and just like be a person. Like love yourself and love people. Like love your imperfections and everyone else's as much as you can or whatever. I'm not everyone on the planet maybe, but just people, like so what who you are, like it doesn't matter what imperfections you have, like or Pluto issues, like so what? Like just live and be a person, like it, give people more credit that they know that they're around you, like that they have reasons to be, that they know that you're not perfect, like that they see good in you, like and I'm saying this in a general kind of way without any specific details because I don't know what all to say about it, but basically adults aren't naive, like I said. So we all know we're all imperfect and have Pluto issues or, fear and imperfect things about ourselves, that's Pluto, like, but we all have good in us, like, so at least I think everyone does, unless you're some psychopath that can't go back from that for some psychological reason, which I'm not trying to be some expert on, but like a lot of people aren't really psychopaths. Like they can be like whatever. People say crazy so much that it's not really legitimate because you don't know really that someone is a true psychopath because like that's really a ridiculous thing to call everyone, but like that's what crazy is. Like psychotic, like that's a psychopath. But like anything less, like a lot of stuff less than that. I've been researching some psychology because it's interesting to me because I like to talk about stuff for my foundation, mm, hopefully put information out there and points of views and whatever that can help people love themselves. But like even sociopaths, like some can get better. Some might be so much close to psychopath that they might not be able to, and I don't know for sure. But like any problem less than that, you can heal from it. You just can. And a psychologist that is being honest with themselves and with their practice and with the patients, if they have patients, or if they would have a future patient, like whoever, if they would, I'm not saying anyone has to do that or that I do, but like if you want to, like the psychologist would say if they're, I believe, if they're being honest with you, that anything less than what I just mentioned can be healed. So any Pluto issue you think you have that you think is impossible to deal with, it's not most likely, you know. So like I was saying, don't forget to live and like give people credit for like knowing themselves well enough and knowing you well enough that they're not wasting their time with you. Like it doesn't matter if you have Pluto issues. It just doesn't. Like you're worth it to be around, like you're allowed to have Pluto issues. If that's okay. Like it doesn't matter. and give people more credit that they actually see good in you, and that's not fake, like it's not, you know, that good face you put on in public, like that's not fake. Like I have already explained in other videos. If you've watched all my videos and get my point of view on that, I know you can understand my point of view. It's not hard to understand. It's very basic and simple. Like people aren't fake. It's just not true. Even if I say someone's annoying or I don't like them, whatever, like, or if I, like this person more or whatever, or they get on my nerves less or, whatever, like, it doesn't matter. People aren't fake. Like, we all have issues, and I guess I give people more credit that they see good in you because there is good in you. Like, it's real. It's not fake. And just because you think you're gonna have a Pluto issue, like, give people more credit if you think you are ever, like, if you know yourself well enough to know you have a tendency to do this or that or the other thing, like, so what? Like, give people more credit that it's not all about that. Like, life isn't, relationships aren't, like, being around people isn't all about that. Like, life is about much more than just seeing Pluto issues that someone has. Like, it's about just enjoying people and not putting up walls and fear. The biggest thing is like a fear of yourself. Because I don't know, because you don't know how to deal with things, or because people are so used to calling themselves fake or other people. But like I said, if you call yourself fake, you have to call everyone fake because we're all the same, basically. Like, it's very basic to understand. Like, just really like quit belittling yourself and like your Pluto issues and the good things about you, because it's not fake. Like, it just isn't. I get off on little bunny trails with this and that and say different things, and then when I go back to what I was saying, and I don't know what I was saying now, but basically I've repeated myself enough that I think you get my point of view on the subject. Like, and learn astrology, because like you're supposed to be around people, and like learn ascendant, sun, and moon, and to a lesser degree any other planet in a zodiac sign. It triggers in synastry a certain house for each other. One house for you, one house for the other person. Sometimes it's the same, which is only the first and seventh. But other than that, it's one house for each of you that's different. And it's for both of you. It's not just for one or the other. So like, learn why you're around people more, which I've made videos about that. Like, someday I might make specific ones about Aries and Taurus, or Aries and Pisces, or Aries and Virgo, or stuff like that. So it can, there's already some information about it on the internet, but I want to put more videos maybe about that, so you can like know specifically about each zodiac sign and each zodiac sign, in synastry. But like, it's not hard to understand, and it's very like deep though. It can be very deep. It's not all deep all the time, but it can be, because who knows how long you'll be around people, like certain people, sometimes we are around certain people forever. And so you really should know about that, because it's one of the basics of synastry, two people being around each other, of how they relate to each other. Like, at first is for both people. If your moon is, one zodiac sign, and then my sun sign is the same zodiac sign as your moon sign, it triggers the first house for both of us. So that's all about confidence and being yourself and being true to who you are, and learning about yourself, like, your true identity, and just being that, and being confident about it. Like, this is an example. It's very basic to understand. It's not hard to understand. And I have information, like I said, on my YouTube about it. And I'll put information on my website too. eventually, but like learn astrology and like why you're around people and how your synergy and composite charts are, around each other. Because it's not all about like romantic, stuff. It's you can do that for anyone and you that you're ever around. Like that's not bad. It's not. It's good to do. It's knowledge, that you should have. It's basic knowledge that you should have about people. Like it can help so much. Just take stress away from you, if you would learn astrology and why you're around people, like and boring law of attraction crap too, but astrology is so interesting and fun, and it's like, it's so interesting to know about, and it's so helpful, to know about, like why you're around people, like I swear it would take so much stress off of people, like their minds and whatever, and give them way less anxiety if you would just like learn about some of that stuff and just like enjoy being around people, and like I said, just don't forget to live and like just like give people more credit that they can see good in you, and like the 12th house, like giving. And sometimes one ascendant, sun, or moon, or to a lesser degree, the planets can trigger someone's 12th house, and then that person can trigger another zodiac sign's, 12th house for that person also. So it can be like two ways. But like even just little things can be giving, like don't like miss out on like, enjoying people. Like, life is, about all sorts of things. It's not all about serious stuff. It needs to be about, just enjoying people and not being having so much fear in your life that you can't, enjoy being around people, because life's not all about establishing that you have Pluto issues with everyone all the time, because we get that. Like everyone does. It doesn't matter, like just don't forget to live and enjoy life, you know. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So I hope this video can be helpful to someone or another, and I hope you enjoy hearing what I have to say, my points of views, and my foundation. And like I said, everyone's welcome in my foundation. So anyway, if you want to leave a comment on this video, feel free, and um, ask me something or tell me something, or whatever. So anyway, I'll be making more videos soon again. So thanks for watching.